On August 13, 2025, Taiwan faced one of its most powerful storms this year. Typhoon Padul, with winds strong enough to tear through rooftops and rainfall heavy enough to turn streets into rivers. The storm made landfall in the southeast before sweeping across the island. Thousands of lives were disrupted in just a matter of hours. Today, let's walk through what happened, where it struck hardest, and how communities are coping in the storm's aftermath. Shortly after noon local time, Typhoon Padul slammed into Taitung County on Taiwan's southeastern coast. The winds roared at speeds of up to 191 kilometers per hour, lashing coastal towns and mountainous villages alike. The force of the storm was immediate. Trees snapped, power lines came down, and floodwaters began to rise in some of the most vulnerable areas. The impact was felt across Taiwan from the afternoon of August 13th. As the storm made landfall, authorities issued urgent alerts for multiple regions. 9 cities and counties, including the major southern hubs of Kaohsiung and Tainan, ordered schools, government offices, and many businesses to shut down. By late afternoon, the storm had begun moving inland, crossing toward Taiwan's more densely populated western coast. Its path is expected to take it through the Taiwan Strait before heading toward China's Fujian province in the coming days. The raw numbers paint a clear picture of the storm's severity. Wind speeds up to 191 kilometers per hour at landfall, with warnings for gusts over 150 kilometers per hour. Rainfall forecast, up to 600 millimeters, or nearly 24 inches, in parts of southern Taiwan's mountainous regions. Flight disruptions, 252 domestic and 129 international flights canceled. Evacuations, more than 5,500 residents moved to safety before and during the storm. This combination of heavy rain and intense wind has left many communities bracing for the risk of flash floods and landslides, especially in rural areas. For thousands of people, the storm meant grabbing what they could carry and heading to shelters. Many evacuees came from coastal villages and low-lying towns in Taitung and Pingtung counties, areas with a history of flood risk. Some residents described the sound of the wind as like a freight train passing through their homes. Families in older houses secured their doors with ropes and sandbags, hoping to keep floodwaters out. In Kaohsiung, volunteers at emergency shelters prepared hot meals for those who arrived with little more than the clothes on their backs. Meanwhile, in rural villages, farmers faced the heartbreak of seeing crops destroyed overnight. For many, this is not just property loss, it's their livelihood for the season. While full damage assessments are still underway, the storm has already caused significant disruption. Power outages have been reported in multiple counties, with repair crews working through heavy rain to restore electricity. Transportation has been hit hard, with dozens of roads closed due to fallen trees, landslides, or flooding. Air travel saw hundreds of cancellations, leaving passengers stranded in both Taiwan and connecting airports abroad. The mountainous terrain in southern Taiwan means that some remote communities may remain cut off for hours or even days if roads remain blocked. Authorities began preparing for Typhoon Podul well before it reached Taiwan's shores. The Central Weather Administration issued early warnings, and local governments set up evacuation centers in high-ground areas. Rescue teams, including military personnel, were stationed in vulnerable counties to respond quickly to landslides or flooding. In some towns, sandbags and portable flood barriers were placed along riverbanks and at key road junctions to protect infrastructure. As the storm continues to move across the island, emergency workers are on standby to carry out search and rescue operations. Supplies such as bottled water, food, and bedding are being distributed to shelters and isolated villages. The storm's path is taking it toward the Taiwan Strait, but the threat isn't over yet. Forecasts warn of continued heavy rainfall over the next 48 hours, especially in the south and central mountains. This means the risk of landslides and flash floods will remain high even after the winds die down. Authorities are urging residents to stay indoors, avoid unnecessary travel, and remain alert for new evacuation orders. Typhoon Podul's arrival has tested Taiwan's resilience once again. From the fishermen securing their boats in Taitung, to the families sheltering in Kaohsiung's school gyms, to the rescue crews braving the rain. This is a moment where communities are pulling together under immense pressure. Emergency efforts are ongoing, and help is still needed in many areas. For those in safe zones, the best way to support is by staying informed and following official instructions. And for those in the storm's path, stay strong, stay safe,
楼上客人啊，楼下客人。